Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. This is my favorite day.
New bike day.
Always. New bike day is always my favorite day.
Of course, because it's coming from Mike Waver, it's a new bike day.
It is a new bike day. It's for your Directeur Sportif.
It's for my Directeur Sportif. Yeah, so last week we were talking about selling my mountain bike.
Right.
And now the real impetus behind selling that was right when I thought about getting rid of it, my Directeur Sportif started riding it to work.
Oh.
And it's kind of not the best commuter bike.
No.
It's kind of clunky. It's the suspension makes it heavy. It's not super comfortable. And I just picked this up to be her bike work commute ride. So now I'm going to sell the mountain bike.
This is cool. Hey, how about we take a minute and go through the cool factor on this one?
Yeah. We'll talk about what it is.
It is beyond cool.
Yeah.
Love it. All right. Sit back, folks.
All right, so this is a Linus Roadster Sport 8-speed. Now I picked this up secondhand at one of my favorite local big box stores called Sports Basement, which if you live in the greater San Francisco Bay Area, you might be aware of Sports Basement. They're, kind of run-of-the-mill REI style big box sporting goods store, but they're all local and they have what they do for the community is really good.
They do a lot of community sport, yeah.
One of my favorite things they do is they have a pre-loved section where they buy and sell used gear. And I picked this up. They don't normally have bikes in that section, but I picked this up from there for way less than half of the retail. Wow. And I even had a coupon. But so let's see, what are some of the reasons why this is a really great commute bike, aside from the fact that it's steel and steel is real, is that it has this great, it's an 8-speed, which it doesn't look like an 8-speed because there's no derailleur or anything, but it has this great internal gear hub Shimano Nexus 8-speed, which I hadn't ever really known anything about, and I started Googling this thing, and the internet loves these.
Yes.
Because they're super robust, they take very little maintenance.
Yes.
They pretty much will just run forever.
Right.
And they're great because none of the workings are outside.
Yep.
All the really intricate stuff is kind of sealed in there and protected, unlike your typical derailleur on the back that's just out there getting lots of mud and stuff.
So it came all set up like this?
It came all set up like this.
With the rear rack too?
With the rear rack. This is the way that they come you can still buy these new from Linus. They still make them. So rear rack, this is stock. These really nice long reach Tektro brakes, which give room for fenders, front and back fenders. These are also stock fenders. Currently I'm running 32s on here. It did have these nice gum colored tires, but they were roached when I bought it, when it was used. And so I put these Gravel Kings on here to stick with the brown. I think I can probably get much bigger tires in here, because either 32s, pushing 35s. When summertime comes back around and then the roads aren't wet anymore, I might pull the fenders off and we can get even bigger tires on here for more comfort. But this is great. Yeah, these long reach Tektro brakes. Twist gripped, my Directeur Sportif doesn't like all the techie stuff about bikes, and the last bike that I put together for her was a single speed with coaster brakes because she didn't want to deal with anything. But I think this is going to work a lot better just to take on some hills. It does have the Nexus hub has like a 300% gear ratio range, which is not, you're not climbing the Alpe d'Huez on that, but it's pretty respectable considering there's no derailleur.
And I think I know what her commute looks like, right? And I know what her elevation gain and loss is.
Yeah, it's pretty flat.
It's not unreasonable.
Yeah, it's pretty flat and it's almost all bike path.
Boy, I tell you what, it certainly has the cool factor going on.
It does, yeah. And, might turn into a grocery store. We tend to not grocery shop on our bikes, but with this back rack, you put a burrito bag on the front, could do short grocery runs.
Like a barrel bag from Walnut. You're looking over at mine over here.
Yeah.
No, very cool. Love it. So when you bought this, Brian, what were the things that you looked for to say, hey, this is a good deal?
So I saw it first and then I went back and I Googled the bike. And it's a pretty good steel quality steel frame. It's actually not all chromoly, which is unusual these days. Some of the tubes are chromoly, some of them are just regular high tensile steel. But what showed me it was a good deal was that everything on this bike will just work for a really long time. I mean, the bearings and the headset and the bottom, these are all kind of like older style that just work and are serviceable, and you can take them apart and replace the ball bearings and repack the grease.
Yep.
The Nexus hub, rear transmission, whatever you want to call that, just like that thing is bomb proof. You know, I always have plans and pipe dreams of doing super long range, you know, bike rides. And a lot of the worry about this is how's this stuff gonna work? And the derailleurs break and derailleur hangers break off and all that stuff if you're doing a 5,000 mile ride, right? This hub grip, you don't worry about that. None of that's a problem. I mean, it's not the most efficient thing. There's a little bit of drag in it. It's really heavy. But if you're not concerned about performance and you're not going up steep mountains, this is perfect.
Wow. And so she's had this out on a few rides now. What's the feedback on
You
it?
know, she's not stoked about the height of the handlebars. I think I might need to raise these up or maybe tilt them, do something. It's a little low in the front end for how she's a beach cruiser kind of rider. But she likes it. It's gonna take some getting used to compared to what she had before and then the mountain bike. But it's cool looking.
Score.
Yeah.
All right. Let me come around the other side of the camera with you, pal.
Yeah.
Wow, super cool new bike day.
Yeah, super cool
Directeur
new
Sportif.
bike day. Yeah.
Wow. So what did you learn in this process here, buddy?
Well, I mean, what did I learn about this? Well, I found this cool bike company.
Right.
You know, I feel like when you're doing like utility bikes, my lean is always to get something that's more sport oriented and then kind of turn it into a utility bike. But a company like Linus, they already make those utility. This isn't winning a crit race.
Nope.
This isn't setting PRs on climbs. This is getting to work at the grocery store in an efficient manner that's comfortable and having a fun time on the bike path on a Sunday afternoon.
Totally.
And like they make a lot of cool bikes that fall in that category.
So I'll put a link to the Linus down here in the description.
Yeah.
And you can check that out. And wow, you know, it's just like if you go to these shops and you see some used bikes, man, just keep your eyes out. If you might find one of those gems like this one here and there.
Yeah. And I mean, it's really, you know, for me, it's always about like hunting for deals. And like this bike was less than a set of wheels.
Right.
For one of my bikes, you know. Yeah. This bike was less than a set of Dura Ace pedals.
Oh, here we go again. All right, on that note, folks, I'm going to ask you to like, subscribe, and notify. And I'm going to turn the camera off before we have a conversation. But then you guys go out and ride and have some fun. And of course,
keep the rubber side
down.
Down.
All right, bye, y'all.